Just imagine this for a moment. What if you were given a chance to go back in time and change your own life? What would you do first? Would you use your future knowledge to become rich? Or would you try to fix a broken relationship or win the love you once lost? Today's story is about something very similar. This is the story of a boy who keeps going back in time to improve his life, but he does not realize that playing with time is extremely dangerous. The story begins with a young man named John. John does small, illegal jobs to survive. One of his jobs is collecting protection money from nearby shops for a local gangster named Shelton. John's life has never been easy. His parents died when he was still a child. Since then, he has been completely alone. With no one to support him, John was forced to work for local gangs just to stay alive. Even now, John lives in a small, dark basement. His life is miserable, but deep inside, he has a dream. He believes that one day he will make a lot of money, escape this life, and completely change his future. John has only one close friend, Sam. Sam is just as poor as John. Both of them work for Shelton and do dangerous jobs for very little pay. One day, Shelton calls John and Sam for a special meeting. He tells them that a new Chinese gang has entered the area. This gang is slowly taking over Shelton's territory and becoming more powerful. Shelton explains that he has a plan. He has received secret information that the Chinese gang is using a local antique shop to move their money. According to the tip, a large amount of cash will arrive at that shop the very next day. Shelton orders John and Sam to go to the antique shop and steal that money for him. John immediately feels nervous. This job is extremely risky. He knows that if something goes wrong, he could easily lose his life. On top of that, Shelton is offering them very little money in return. John talks to Sam privately, trying to decide what they should do. Sam believes this could be their only chance to change their lives. He suggests something dangerous, but tempting. Instead of giving the money to Shelton, they should steal it and run away with it themselves. After all, Shelton barely pays them and doesn't care if they die. John feels confused and stressed. He doesn't know what decision to make. To clear his mind, John goes to visit his parents' grave. There he meets his girlfriend, Kelly. Kelly also works for Shelton's gang, and she and John truly love each other. But John knows one painful truth. He doesn't have enough money or courage to run away with her. Standing there, John finally realizes something. This might be his only chance. He decides that he and Sam will steal the money from the antique shop, keep it for themselves, and then John will take his share and escape with Kelly to a place where neither Shelton nor the Chinese gang can ever find them. The next day, John and Sam sit inside a car outside the antique shop. They carefully watch the place, waiting for the money to arrive. Soon, they see a gangster named Lin arrive. Lin takes a tire out of his car and carries it inside the shop. From this, John and Sam understand that the money must be hidden inside that tire. As soon as Lin leaves, John and Sam put on masks and enter the antique shop. They quickly find the tire, and just as they expected, the money is hidden inside it. Suddenly, the shopkeeper Lee starts shouting at them. He warns them that the money belongs to a powerful gang and that stealing it will bring serious trouble. But John and Sam don't listen. After grabbing the money, John notices an antique bracelet in the shop. He decides to take it as well, planning to give it to Kelly as a gift. Lee urgently warns him. He says stealing the money is one thing, but taking that bracelet is a huge mistake. John has no idea what danger this bracelet carries. John ignores the warning. They run out of the shop with the money in the bracelet. At that exact moment, gangster Lin returns. While escaping, John slashes the tire of Lin's car so that he won't be able to chase them. After escaping the antique shop, John and Sam drive to an empty, abandoned building outside the town. They had already planned that this would be the place where they would divide the stolen money and then leave the city forever. But suddenly, something shocking happens. Out of nowhere, some men grab John tightly. Before he can react, he sees Shelton standing there with his gang. It feels as if Shelton knew everything from the start. Shelton takes the bag full of money from John. Then the truth comes out. Shelton did not find out about John's plan by accident. He learned everything from Sam himself. Out of fear, Sam betrayed his best friend. John is completely broken. He cannot believe that the one person he trusted the most has betrayed him. Shelton now ties the antique bracelet onto John's wrist and cruelly tells him that this bracelet is the only thing he will ever get, no money at all. Then Shelton orders his men to kill John. Sam feels guilty and ashamed, but he is too scared to stop anything. Just as one of Shelton's men is about to shoot, John suddenly distracts them and runs for his life. Shelton immediately sends his men after him to make sure he doesn't escape. Since Shelton has already bribed the local police, no one comes to help John. John runs until he finds a bus and hides inside it. He stays there quietly while Shelton's men search for him outside. Once they leave, John looks down at the bracelet tied to his wrist. Something strange is happening. The bracelet starts glowing, and John notices a small button on it. As he stares at it, he suddenly hears a voice telling him to press the button. The voice comes from nearby. When John looks up, he freezes in fear. Standing in front of him is a man who looks exactly like him. It is another version of John himself. Terrified, John runs away. But the other John shouts from behind, saying that if he wants to live, he must press the button on the bracelet. Soon after, Shelton's men catch John again. This time, they try to kill him by holding his head underwater. John feels helpless and panics. With no other choice left, he presses the button on the bracelet. Suddenly, reality breaks. Everything around John glitches. In the next moment, he finds himself completely alone. The men who were trying to kill him are gone. Shaken and confused, John looks around, trying to understand what just happened. Then he realizes something unbelievable. John has traveled 5 minutes back in time. In front of him, he sees Shelton's men attacking another John, the past version of himself. At that moment, everything becomes clear. Every time John presses the button, he goes exactly 5 minutes into the past. Now 2 Johns exist at the same time. One John has traveled back in time, the other John is still moving forward normally. The events begin to repeat exactly as before. The forward-moving John hides inside the bus, while the time-traveling John secretly guides him and tells him to press the bracelet button to survive. The loop completes. John now understands the truth. This bracelet is not just an antique, it is incredibly powerful. With this bracelet, he can control time. Without wasting any time, John goes to meet his girlfriend, Kelly. She tells him that Shelton has hidden all the stolen money in the basement of his house. If John can steal it again, she is ready to run away with him forever. After Kelly leaves, something unexpected happens. The Chinese gangster Lin appears. He already knows about the bracelet. Angry and threatening, Lin tells John that he stole his money. Now John must use the time device to get the money back from Shelton's house. If he fails, Lin will kill both John and Kelly. Before leaving, Lin gives John a card with an address and tells him to return the money there by evening. John is shocked. Lin also knows about the bracelet. What confuses him even more is why none of these powerful people are using it themselves. Still, John has no choice. He decides to go back in time again, back to the moment when the money was still with him and Sam. But when John presses the bracelet button twice in a row, something strange happens. He cannot go any further back. John realizes that the bracelet has a limit. It only allows time travel up to a certain point. So John comes up with a risky plan. To survive, he brings another past version of himself into the situation. This time, instead of repeating the loop, he breaks it. Once again, 2 different versions of John now exist at the same time, both working together to change their fate. Now both versions of John go to meet their close friend Jay to understand more about the bracelet and time travel. Jay is a scientist. The moment he sees 2 Johns standing together, he is completely shocked. He cannot believe his eyes. When Jay looks closely at the bracelet, his expression changes. He recognizes it immediately and begins to explain everything. Jay tells them that hundreds of years ago, ancient China was always at war. During that violent time, a group of intelligent people created this bracelet. A powerful king later used it. By traveling back in time again and again, the king won every battle. Slowly, peace spread everywhere. But the bracelet came with strict rules. After every time jump, the user had to complete the loop. And the most important rule was this: only one version of the same person could exist at any time. For many years, the king followed these rules, but once there were no wars left, he became bored. That boredom led him to make a terrible mistake. He traveled through time and created another version of himself. The result was catastrophic. Time and space could not handle 2 identical people existing together. Somehow, both versions of the king died. No one knows exactly how it happened. That secret was lost to history. After finishing the story, Jay warns both Johns very seriously. He tells them never to repeat the king's mistake, but the 2 Johns don't take it seriously. To them, it sounds like a childish story. Right now, they don't care about rules or warnings. What they need is money. They decide to ignore Jay's advice. Instead of going after Shelton's house, which is heavily guarded, they come up with a new idea. They decide to rob the local town bank instead. They prepare carefully. They collect bags, masks, and guns. Once ready, they enter the bank. But things go wrong immediately. Suddenly, a woman inside the bank shoots John too. The original John barely escapes with his life. Still, John is no longer scared. He now understands something important. Even if one version of him dies, he can always go back in time and fix it. So without hesitation, he presses the bracelet button and travels 5 minutes into the past, back to the moment when the robbery was being planned. This time, John enters the bank early and quietly sits near the woman. Before anyone notices, he steals her gun and hides it. Soon, the other versions of John arrive. This time, no one gets shot. The robbery goes smoothly. The original John explains everything to his other versions, and together, all 3 Johns rob the bank successfully. But there is a problem. The bank is small, and the amount of money they get is disappointing. It's nowhere near enough. Realizing this, the three Johns agree that stealing from the bank was pointless. If they want real money, they must steal it directly from Shelton. Later that day, when the main John goes to the bathroom, Shelton's men suddenly attack John too. His hands are tied so he cannot press the bracelet button. They stab him with a knife. But at the last moment, he manages to press the button. Instantly, he travels 5 minutes into the past, and his wounds disappear. He hides inside the bathroom again. When the original John arrives at the same moment, he steps out, attacks Shelton's men, and knocks them out before they can hurt anyone. Now all three Johns realize something powerful. No one can stop them anymore. They understand that they have created their own gang. A gang where every member is just another version of John. Each one is nearly immortal. Because time travel allows them to save one another, every version has a bracelet. If needed, they can create even more versions. Filled with confidence, the three Johns decide that they will now break into Shelton's house and steal all of his money. Meanwhile, Shelton is furious. His men have failed again and again. He gathers all his guards at his house and puts the entire place on high alert. Outside the house, Sam is standing guard. After some time, Sam suddenly sees John standing near his car. Sam raises his gun, but he cannot pull the trigger. Guilt overwhelms him. He remembers betraying his best friend. Seeing Sam hesitate, the other versions of John step forward. They reveal everything: the bracelet, the time travel, and the truth behind what has been happening. Sam is completely shocked. Tears fill his eyes as he apologizes. He promises that he will never betray John again. To prove it, he tells them exactly where Shelton has hidden the money inside the house. Now, because John has created many versions of himself, and each one has its own time bracelet, they break into Shelton's house together. Very quickly, Shelton's men become completely confused. They don't understand what is happening. On the CCTV screens, Shelton watches in shock. He sees the same John appearing in different rooms at the same time. One moment John is in the hallway, and the next moment he is behind them. Shelton cannot believe his eyes. His men are equally terrified. Whenever one version of John gets caught, another version suddenly appears and saves him. Again and again, they use time travel to escape danger. They even create more versions of themselves. By now, the original version, the one from whom all others came, we will call him Prime John. Prime John finally finds where Shelton has hidden all the money, but instead of staying with the other Johns, he secretly leaves the house. He escapes alone in a car, taking all the money and Kelly with him. Shelton and his men immediately chase after Prime John because all their money's gone. Once they leave, 4 other versions of John come out of the house. That's when the truth becomes clear. Prime John has betrayed his own versions. He ran away with both the money and Kelly. John never truly understood the biggest rule of time travel. By creating so many versions of himself, he has created a disaster. Now every version believes he is the real John, and every one of them wants the money. Every one of them wants Kelly. So the 4 remaining Johns begin searching for Prime John. Meanwhile, Prime John hides in a hotel with Kelly and the stolen money. There he finally tells Kelly everything: the bracelet, time travel, and the many versions of himself. Kelly is shocked. She tells him he has made a terrible mistake. His other versions will also want the money. They will also want to be with her. Since every John is real, who is she supposed to choose? For the first time, Prime John truly understands the problem. Still, he insists that Kelly should stay with him and the other versions can live their own lives. Later that night, while they are sleeping, the other Johns find the hotel. Prime John forgets one important thing. Whatever he can think of, the other versions can think of too. That's how they find him so easily. Inside the hotel, chaos begins. All the Johns start fighting with each other. Every one of them claims that the money belongs to him. Every one of them claims that Kelly belongs with him. By creating so many versions, John has lost what made him special. He is no longer unique. His own copies are now his enemies. Outside the hotel, a police officer secretly calls Shelton and tells him John's location. Inside, one John goes to the bathroom. Suddenly, someone attacks him from behind. When the others hear the noise and rush in, they see something horrifying. One John has killed another John. Exactly what Jay warned them about is happening. Now the remaining Johns no longer trust each other. Some start fighting openly. Others plan to betray one another. In the middle of this madness, Prime John grabs Kelly and tries to escape. But suddenly he sees Shelton and his men blocking the road. They have arrived too. At the same time, elsewhere in the hotel, 2 Johns escape with the money. One tells the other to throw the bag down so he can jump safely. But the moment the money is thrown, the other John runs away, leaving his own version to die. The gang John created made only of himself, was once his greatest strength. Now it has become his biggest weakness. His versions are killing each other just to survive. When Shelton and his men enter the hotel, they are completely confused. They find 2 Johns already dead inside. They have seen 2 more escape. Nothing makes sense to them. Downstairs, 2 more Johns start fighting over Kelly. During the struggle, Kelly falls to the ground. 1 John kills another right in front of her eyes. Terrified by what she has seen, Kelly steps away. She realizes she cannot stay with any version of John. After seeing how dangerous they have become, she refuses all of them. Prime John is crushed. In despair, he throws the money back to Shelton and drives away alone. He has lost Kelly. He has lost control, and his own versions have destroyed each other from the inside. Now Prime John drives straight to the antique shop to meet Lee, the shopkeeper. On the way, he removes the time bracelet from his wrist. He finally understands that everything that went wrong in his life started because of this bracelet. When Prime John reaches Lee, he gives him the bracelet and honestly admits his mistake. He says he was blinded by greed. He believed he could control time, but he forgot one simple truth. Time can never truly be controlled. Lee then shows Prime John a shocking photograph. In the picture, 5 identical versions of Lee are standing together. Lee explains that long ago he made the same mistake. He also used the bracelet and created multiple versions of himself. But after some time, those versions began fighting and killing each other. Lee explains a harsh truth about humans. No matter how poor or helpless a person is, when it comes to protecting their own existence, they can fall to any level. That is why Lee warned John not to take the bracelet, but John did not understand back then. Lee then completes the ancient story of the Chinese king. After the king brought peace to the world, he became bored. He broke the rules of time travel and created many versions of himself. Soon those versions began ruling and making decisions for the kingdom. The king realized that he no longer had any value. Even if he died, nothing would change. Other kings exactly like him would still exist. His importance fell lower than even his servants. In the end, the king personally killed all his other versions. And when he finally realized what kind of monster he had become, he killed himself as well. The same thing happened to John. At first, John felt powerful because of his many versions. He thought he was unstoppable, but the moment money and love entered the picture, his versions turned against each other. Fighting Shelton was easy, but fighting himself was impossible. Prime John promises Lee that he will never repeat this mistake. He says he no longer wants money or power. All he wants is Kelly, the woman he truly loves. Leaving the bracelet behind forever, Prime John goes to his scientist friend Jay and asks for help. Together, fully prepared, they go to Shelton's house one final time. Because Shelton has captured Kelly, Jay distracts Shelton's men and keeps them busy, while Prime John goes straight to Kelly. He frees her and apologizes sincerely. He promises that he has changed. He tells her that he returned the bracelet and that he doesn't care about money anymore. He only wants her and is ready to leave everything behind. Kelly sees the honesty in his eyes. She realizes that this version of John has truly changed. She agrees to go with him, but just as they try to escape, Shelton catches them outside and is about to kill John. At that exact moment, Lee appears from behind and shoots Shelton dead. He had come to take his money back. Then Lee turns his gun toward John, ready to kill him too. Suddenly, Sam appears and calmly tells Lee to leave. Kelly has already returned Lee's money. With no reason left to fight, Lee walks away. Prime John thanks Sam. Then John and Kelly leave the town forever. John knows that one of his other versions is still alive somewhere. He doesn't know what that version might do driven by greed, but he chooses not to look back. On the road, Kelly reveals a shocking secret. She tells John that they still have all the money. Stunned, John asks what was inside the bag he gave to Lee. At the same time, Lee opens that bag in front of his gang, only to find a bomb instead of money. It is the same bomb Shelton forced Kelly to build for days. The bomb explodes, killing Lee and destroying the entire Chinese gang. First Shelton is gone. Now the Chinese gang is gone too. Later, Prime John stops at a gas station. There he meets the last remaining version of himself. That version says he won't leave empty-handed. Prime John has Kelly and he wants the money. Prime John calmly replies that they must stop fighting. They have already seen what time travel and greed can do. Instead of killing each other, they should solve this peacefully. Prime John says he doesn't want the money. He chooses Kelly. The other version takes all the money. They agree to go in opposite directions, live in different parts of the world, and live separate lives. For the first time, neither John tries to kill the other. Kelly is truly happy. She knows Prime John chose her over money. The other version will live somewhere else, rich, with another woman. In the end, both surviving versions of John finally find peace. And with that, the story comes to an end. So tell us, if you were in John's place, what would you do? How strange would it be to fight your own versions just to survive? So now, what did you think of this movie? Tell me in the comments. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. For more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.
अब आओ ना फिर से, मिल जाओ ना फिर से, जलाओ ना मुझे, मिटाओ ना यूं दिल से। अब आओ ना फिर से, मिल जाओ ना फिर से, जलाओ ना मुझे, मिटाओ ना यूं दिल से। कोई प्यार ना दे यूं जैसे मुझको चाहती है तू, जमाने के जैसी न बन, मेरे यार जैसी है तू। जमाना जलाता मुझे, लगाती गले फिर से तू। मैं गिर के उठा हूँ अभी, हर चीज सिखाती है तू। मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया। मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया रोया रोया। ख्वाहिश मेरी रह गई, तुझसे मिलूं मैं कभी, तुझको मैं प्यार दूं और बेशुमार दूं। दिल तो जला है बहुत, इसकी सजा है बहुत, फिर भी तेरा ही रहा, मेरी नहीं मानता। जितना भी चाहूं तुम्हें, मिलना है दर्द मुझे, होता है क्या इस तरह कोई भी इश्क यहाँ। तुम जो मेरी ना बनी, किसको बताता फिरूं ये दाग दिल अपना, किसको दिखाता फिरूं। वक्त बदलता है सबका, तुझको तो इसका पता था, फिर मुंह क्यों मोड़ गई थी, मुझको यूं छोड़ गई थी। साथ निभाना था मैंने, दिल भी जलाना था मैंने, फिर क्यों मेरी ना बनी थी और ये सजा बन गई थी। जिसको मैं जीता रहा था, ये दर्द पीता रहा था। ऐसी निशानी है तू, ऐसी कहानी है तू। मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया। मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया रोया रोया। अब इसके पार है तेरा मेरा ठिकाना, अब इसके पार है तेरा मेरा ठिकाना। अब इसके पार है फिर तुझसे दिल लगाना, अब इसके पार है।